Today I'm joined by Cranky, our first qualifier winner for Street Fighter 6 in Challenger League Season 7. Cranky, how are you today?
Hi, I'm well. Thank you for having me for this interview.
So, Cranky, for people that don't know you yet, can you give a short introduction to yourself? I mean, I know you from past events, but for Street Fighter 6, maybe some people joined. Maybe they don't know who you are, what games you played in the past. Can you just give a bit of background on yourself?
Sure. I started playing fighting games with Street Fighter 4 in 2009. I've never been really good at Street Fighter, but I found my passion with Ultimate Marvel's Capcom 3, where I was for a time I was the best in Germany, and I also won a couple of tournaments in Europe. I competed in Evo once in 2012, where I made it out of pools in Marvel, but I was beaten right after pools then. So yeah, I've been playing fighting games for a long time, but I've never been like a top contender or top player. That's how I would describe myself.
Well, you're describing yourself as not a huge contender, but you bet a legend during your tournament run. We had Robotnik, aka Reinhardt, in the bracket, and you won the qualifier. So Reinhardt, player that said he won more tournaments than others will compete in. And I mean, he's usually a force to be reckoned with, no matter which game. So Frankie, you're pretty good at downplaying yourself, I guess.
I wouldn't say so. Reinhardt probably forgot more about fighting games than I'll ever know. So yeah, I won, but it happens.
It happens. Yeah. I pressed buttons well for once, so I took
Marisa.
I took the win. So yeah, talking about Marisa, like why are you playing Marisa as your main in Street Fighter 6? Any specific reason?
I liked the character design, and then I picked her up when the game came out, and then I immediately clicked with her. I don't know why. She does a lot of damage. If I were to design a fighting game, I wouldn't design characters that deal that much damage, but somehow I always pick characters that deal a lot of damage. Like I prefer low damage games, but I always pick the most damage in those games. But saying that, I played Marvel, like that's the highest damage game you can imagine. Every hit is a touch of death. So immediately Marisa like clicked for me. That's even though I prefer low damage, I always pick the highest damage.
Yeah, the good old two touches with Marisa, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you have bar, then one block Dragon Punch and the round is yours pretty much.
Yeah. That was also unfortunate against Reinhardt. Like the last round was a two touch. He made one mistake. Like I got a lucky jump in, and then he did the wake up level 3, and it was over.
I mean, it happens. I think it was only you. I think only you blocked his EXDPs. Like the commentators were saying that no one blocked a Dragon Punch of Reinhardt. Like he was pretty unpredictable with the reversals that day. But you got all the right reads and in the grand finals, taking those 3-1. That said, I have a question. Like, do you have any rival in Germany or Europe right now?
Rival? Not really. I don't. I play the game a lot, but I don't interact that much with the community currently.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm not. I don't know. I guess I don't have a rival.
Okay, but you played a lot of games in the past. Like, are you really happy with the Street Fighter 6 as it is right now? Like after release, how do
Yes,
you feel about the game in general?
I like it a lot. Like I skipped Street Fighter 5. It came out around the time where I stopped playing fighting games altogether. But then when Street Fighter 6 was announced, I was a little bit skeptical. It didn't really look that much fun. But then I got into the betas, and the game was amazing. What I like a lot about Street Fighter 6 is it's not that much about the matchup, but like everything is a mind game in this game. So you have a way to outplay or pick a counterplay strategy for everything. So that's what I like a lot about this Street Fighter 6.
I mean, with the parry, there's always something you can do right. I like, my impression is also that there's a lot of interaction between the players, and compared to other games in the past, I feel like the mental stack is so high because there can always be a drive impact, there can always be the drive rush, right, or just the jump in. So you're kind of prepared for the drive impact that somebody's gonna do that, or the drive rush. So then you're not prepared for the jump in. So it's a very kind of, I would say, like, very flexible game. You need to kind of always be aware of what the opponent can do. And
Exactly, yeah.
But that's good to hear that you're enjoying Street Fighter 6. I mean, balance so far has been pretty good as far as I can see. And like you're also joining in the World Warrior tournaments, right? For Capcom. How's it going on that side so far?
The first one I didn't make it very far, but the last one I got top 8 at least. Like that's also my expectation. You said I was downplaying myself, but that's how I see myself. I'm not a top player, but I'm kind of like almost there. I'm like the gatekeeper. If someone wants to be top player, like, he has to get past me. That's how I see myself. And getting top 8 there is like, that's where I currently see myself.
Okay, so top 8 in Germany, or a bit. Well, I guess top 9 if you say you're like a bit outside of
maybe
bit outside of top 8. But yeah, well, like, how would you see the German scene for Street Fighter 6? That being said, because for World Warrior we are our own region, so only Germans are playing in that one. So like, how do you feel like the scene has evolved compared to, for example, Street Fighter 4 or Marvel 3 times?
Mm-hmm. The scene is the strongest that I've ever seen. Like, we have incredible players that I can't see myself competing with them. Even comparing with Street Fighter 4, like, Germany was never really known in the fighting game community to be like really, really strong. I don't know about Street Fighter 5, but in 6 we have like really amazing players in Germany, and still they're really unknown outside of Germany, which is really unfortunate. I hope they can like prove themselves this time, and then Germany will be a force to be reckoned with.
I mean, players like Random and Semi, I think they're already making a splash internationally.
Yeah, Kazman, also. Hannibal looks really good right now. .exe, Yosh. I'm probably forgetting a couple, but those would be my picks.
That I'm really happy to see that Germany is evolving in Street Fighter as well. Because for Tekken, right now, Germany seen as one of the best countries in the world. And we have quite a few famous players for Tekken. But as you mentioned, for Street Fighter, I can only say, like, for Street Fighter 5, we had a few good players. But then as soon as you compared them to UK or France, then we were definitely a level below those two countries. So if we have some players that can really play at the highest level in Europe, that's already a great step up for Germany. Talking about German events, what are your plans for this year? Are you going to, for example, attend Crossover in October?
Yeah, probably Crossover. I haven't attended any events yet in Street Fighter. Just because the online is just amazing. I don't feel like the need to play offline, which is crazy. But Capcom did a really good job with the netcode. It's like the most amazing thing about Street Fighter 6, actually, apart from the gameplay itself. Crossover, definitely.
Crossover, also UFA or the Capcom premiere in Paris?
Probably not.
Probably not? Okay. So then, we would definitely see each other at Crossover because I already booked my ticket. I have someone that picks me up here in he's going to pick me up in Wiesbaden, and then we're going to go to the event. So we will see each other in person there. Just looking at you were mentioning like you don't have the need to go to offline. I mean, looking at Capcom Pro Tour, you only have 4 slots that are offline and the rest is online. So right now the focus is very much set on online events and kind of regional events for, in this case, the World Warrior tournaments. That said, coming from a very offline based background, like what do you think about that structure? Like, are you a fan of it going very online heavy, or would you like to see more offline events that kind of count for Capcom Cup?
Well, my take is online is better. It's when it comes to competition, like having a good netcode and this infrastructure of online play definitely helps with the talent, getting better practice. Like in Street Fighter 4 or even before that, you only had offline, and it can be a hurdle if you're not like in Paris or in these hubs of like you don't get to play strong players, and this isn't an issue anymore. So I think, especially for Germany, online play will help the players if they choose to compete internationally. Otherwise, don't have really an option to improve. Like offline is great to meet people, like for the community, but if you want to compete, you need good netcode and online.
I absolutely agree. I mean, just from my experience, as soon as we got at least good netcode, or where you could at least practice a game playing it online, you can already see that the level in especially Germany is increasing pretty quickly, because now people can play. And as you mentioned, in Germany, we don't really have that many hubs where people live close to each other. Traditionally, we are kind of spread because we don't have like London or Paris in the UK and France, where pretty much everything is going on in these two cities, and a lot of people live there. In Germany, we just have everyone kind of split. Like we have multiple big cities like Hamburg, Berlin, Munich, the whole North Rhine-Westphalia, Ruhr area. So, right, we may have like 5 dudes living in Hamburg playing Street Fighter, and like 5 in Munich and 5 in Berlin. So we are usually pretty split. And with NetPlay now, Germany definitely taking their chance and putting themselves on the world map. With these events going on, what are your ambitions for the future for Street Fighter 6? Do you want to qualify for the Capcom Cup or for the World Warrior Finals, or like what's the plan?
I don't really have a plan. I'm just having fun playing the game again, like competing again. I haven't played fighting games for a long time. There were I played a little bit of Dragon Ball. I played a little bit of Strive, like for a month or so. But like Street Fighter rekindled my like the fun I had in fighting games. But other than that, I just want to have fun and then see how it goes.
You just want to have fun and see how it goes. Yeah, I think that's a good mindset as well, because in the end, the most important thing is that you have fun playing a game, right? And then you're gonna, you want to get better anyway, right? So yeah. I think it's a very, very healthy mindset. And let's see. I mean, for World Warrior top 8 qualifier for the playoff bracket, there's still. Wait, how many are there? How many qualifiers? I think now 2 are played. I think it's a total of 5.
No idea.
5 or 6 qualifiers. So still quite a few chances to grab some points. I mean, also for Challenger League, you already got your 15 points down for this season. And let's see. I mean, for Street Fighter 6, the results seem very mixed. Like, at least it seems to be very difficult to stay consistent, because there are just so many good players in Street Fighter 6 that I think taking 1 qualifier is already a good start. And I mean, we're going to run those for another 7 weeks every Wednesday. So of course, I hope to see you again in the future qualifiers, and to get that prize pool and the championship title.
Hopefully.
Else that's pretty much all I had to ask from you today, Cranky. Is there anything you want to tell people? Maybe where they can find you, how they can reach out to you and get clapped by Marisa?
Well, if you wanna play against my Marisa, you can find me on Discord, on the German fighting game Discord. Otherwise, like, there's my Twitter handle, but Twitter is like going down right now, so who cares? That's all.
Yeah, good old Twitter, now called X. It's not a tweet, it is a post now.
Exactly.
But yeah, else, guys, if you want to play a strong Marisa, then hit Cranky up on Discord, and or sign up for the qualifiers so you can get 2-0 in bracket. So learn the matchup in tournament. And else, Cranky, thank you so much for your time, for the short interview, and I wish you good luck for the future qualifiers in Challenger League and World Warrior. Fingers crossed that you qualify for playoffs in both. And else we'll see each other latest in October in Hürth for crossover.
Yeah. Thank you for having me, and see ya.